My love, I find myself lost in a world where the lines between right and wrong seem blurred, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. I often question what is right and what is wrong, but when it comes to loving you, no answer from the world feels valid. I no longer understand the rules that society imposes, rules that try to tell us whom we should love, how we should love, and when it is appropriate. If loving you is considered wrong in the eyes of the world, then I don't ever want to be right again. If walking away from you, suppressing my feelings, or staying distant is what society defines as the right path, then I willingly choose to be wrong every single time. In today's world, people forget that love is not a switch you can flip. It is not something that can be scheduled, restrained, or reasoned with. The heart doesn't follow logic or listen to commands. It doesn't seek approval before falling deeply and uncontrollably for someone. That's how I found myself in love with you, unexpectedly, completely, and without the ability to stop. I know that we all have duties and responsibilities in life, and I respect that. But I also believe that responsibilities shouldn't become chains that bind us from experiencing true happiness. If someone is not happy within their soul, how can they bring joy to others? We are often told to sacrifice for the sake of others, but must that sacrifice always mean giving up the very thing that brings light to our lives? For me, that light is you. There are not many things I crave in this world. I don't desire riches, fame, or material pleasures. My only dream, the one I see in every quiet moment and every sleepless night, is being with you. Just being close to you, sharing everyday moments, is more valuable to me than anything else life could offer. I love you, and this love is not something I can escape from even if I tried, even if I were told to. It is not a feeling that I can silence. It is not a decision I made, it is a truth that has become part of who I am. I can tell the world whatever they want to hear. I can smile and pretend. But I cannot lie to myself. The truth is embedded deeply within me. I am in love with you. No one else has come close to touching my heart the way you have. No one else even registers in the same way. You are the one I want to spend my days and nights with. You are the one with whom I dream of building a life, creating a home, a sanctuary full of warmth, understanding, and love. You are the one I want to open up to share my fears, my hopes, my deepest emotions, and the quiet parts of myself that I hide from the world. No one else can make my heart skip a beat the way you do. No one else has ever had this kind of power over my thoughts and emotions. What I feel for you is pure and selfless, it's not tainted by expectations or demands. I don't love you because of what you do for me or what I want in return. I love you simply because I do. There are no complaints, no regrets, only gratitude that I was fortunate enough to feel something so profound. My love for you is not conditional. It is not based on convenience or circumstance. It is quiet, powerful, and unwavering. I have no illusions and no need for comparisons. I am not interested in measuring this love against what others might call sensible or rational. I only know that what I feel is real and honest and alive. No one, not people, not distance, not time, can take this love away from me. Not now, not ever. Loving you doesn't feel like a duty or a burden. It is not something I carry with heaviness. Instead, it frees me. It brings me peace in a world full of chaos. It gives me a sense of completeness, like I am finally in tune with who I really am. It's a serene, almost spiritual connection, one that grounds me and lifts me up at the same time. Nothing else in this world compares to that feeling. It's the kind of love that calms my soul, that gives me strength, that makes even the hardest days feel softer. To me, loving you is sacred. It feels like a form of meditation, a kind of worship, not of you, but of love itself. It is my connection to something greater than myself, something divine and pure. It is the most sacred emotion I have ever experienced, and I cherish it with every fiber of my being. So no matter what the world says, no matter how impossible the path ahead might seem, I will continue to love you with all that I am. Because loving you is the truest, most beautiful part of my life. Today, I feel so different, calm, relaxed, and at peace with myself, after what feels like ages. Life has been incredibly hectic lately, and for the past several days, I've been caught up in a whirlwind of responsibilities, tasks, and deadlines. I was constantly moving from one thing to the next, without even a moment to pause and breathe. There was no time for the things that bring me joy or help me reconnect with myself. I hadn't realized just how much I needed that inner stillness until today, when I finally carved out time to slow down and be with myself. It feels like a breath of fresh air after being underwater for far too long. This morning, I intentionally stepped away from my usual routine. I began the day with a short but powerful meditation. Sitting quietly, with my eyes closed and my attention turned inward, I felt an almost immediate shift within me. It was as though I was coming home to myself. After that, I went for a long walk in nature. I let myself fully take in the beauty of the trees, the rustling of leaves in the wind, and the soft warmth of the sunlight on my skin. For the first time in days, I felt present. I wasn't thinking about what needed to get done or what I hadn't finished. I was simply there, in the moment. And that presence brought with it a deep sense of joy and clarity. I've come to realize how important this me time is for my overall well-being. Without it, I start to feel disconnected, not only from the world, but from myself. When I neglect to meditate or skip quiet moments alone, my thoughts become scattered, and my emotions more intense. Anxiety creeps in, and I find myself feeling restless and overwhelmed. But the moment I return to my practice, whether it's meditation, a walk, or even just sitting in silence, I feel realigned. I meet myself again, and everything feels lighter, more manageable, more real. These quiet moments have become essential for me. I need at least a couple of hours each day to simply be, to check in with my thoughts, understand my emotions, and breathe without pressure or noise. During this time, I don't try to fix or change anything. I just sit calmly and listen to what's going on inside me. And in doing that, I gain so much clarity. It grounds me. It reminds me of who I am underneath all the roles and responsibilities I carry. It brings a sense of peace and serenity that no external achievement can provide. In today's fast-paced world, I believe everyone should find time for themselves. It doesn't have to be long, even a few minutes a day can make a difference. But in that time, you should do something that truly makes you happy. Maybe it's journaling, meditating, painting, reading, or simply resting. Whatever it is, give yourself permission to enjoy it fully. We spend most of our day giving to others, whether it's through work, family, friends, or obligations. But we can only give meaningfully if our own cup is full. When we are happy and at peace within, we can share that same energy with the world. What's beautiful is that, over time, as you begin to invest in yourself, you become your own best friend. You begin to enjoy your own company. You stop seeking validation or happiness outside of yourself. You feel less dependent on others for emotional support or joy, because you've learned how to nurture those feelings from within. It's incredibly freeing. You begin to experience a kind of inner independence, a feeling of completeness that no external situation can take away from you. It's also important to pay attention to your thoughts and emotions because they directly shape your reality. Our inner world creates our outer experience. When we think positively and feel content, grateful, or joyful, we naturally begin to attract experiences that match those vibrations. On the other hand, if we allow ourselves to be consumed by negative thoughts, like anger, frustration, or sadness, we often end up in situations that reflect those emotions back to us. That's why it's crucial to become aware of what's going on inside. If you notice that your thoughts are leaning toward the negative, take a moment to pause, reflect, and gently redirect them. The truth is, your happiness is your responsibility. No one else can give it to you, and no one else can take it away, unless you allow them to. The more you cultivate positive thoughts, peaceful emotions, and mindful awareness, the better your life will become. You'll begin to notice a shift, not just internally, but externally too. Things will flow more smoothly. You'll feel more aligned, more confident, and more fulfilled. So, take some time for yourself. It's not selfish, it's necessary. Give yourself the love and care you deserve. Be kind to yourself. Nurture your own well-being. Learn to enjoy your own company. Be your own best friend. You are enough, exactly as you are. And when you start showing up for yourself in this way, your whole world begins to transform.